G'day, Ben from Melbourne here. Back after a little sabbatical. Been crook, had the dreaded Rona. Man, hate to think how sick I would have been if I hadn't had 5 vaccinations already. I was down for the count, man, with fever, chills, just sapped me of my energy. Yeah, no fun at all. I don't recommend getting it. So yeah, it's still out there. Take precautions. Yeah, be smart. Don't be a anti-faxer. Yeah, I'm an anti-faxer because it's old technology. But don't be an anti-vaxxer knobhead and think that you're gonna be gold, because it's just bullshit, man. Anyway, take that as you will. Let's get into it. A couple of things happened while I've been away recovering. I got a few nice little releases in the mail I wanted to share with you, which was excited. Little hint. And just wanted to thank everybody who left me nice messages and comments and has contacted me to see how I'm going. Really appreciate it. Helps keep the spirits up. Sorry I haven't looked at a computer. I just like the idea of looking at a screen and just with headaches and nauseous feeling of like screens are just bleh. Anyway, let's get into it. So I received in the mail the lovely reissue of the Saints' debut single, I'm Stranded. Now these bad boys are on in the red. There we go, backed with the killer track, No Time. So these covers are meant to, nice orange, replicate the originals depending on where they're released, like the Australian one, the UK one, and US one, I believe. That, had to get them all, as you do. And then lastly, this one, I think I like this picture the best. Don't have to tell you about the Saints. Bang on about them all the time on my channel. Go check out my video from a little while back where I featured the Saints debut album, but landmark punk single by the Saints. Wow, not just punk, just anything legendary. Also, another great one that come out on Cheer Squad Records, which have been doing some really cool reissues, is a great compilation of the stems called Mushroom Soup, the Citadel Years. So this collects together a lot of their singles from that era. Great tracks like Tears Me in Two, She's a Monster, Just Ain't Enough, No Heart, like just killer band. If you like the, that garage rock sound that we all love, you'll love this band, and a nice convenient place to find everything instead of trying to chase down all those Citadel singles. Here's the nice green, I don't know if you can see that sort of translucent marbled vinyl. So that's, nice one, I think. It's hopefully pretty easy to track down in your areas. If you don't know the stems, probably At First Sight is their most famous song, which is a great sort of indie pop song, but this covers the more garage rock sort of era, like a real nuggetsy sound. Fantastic stuff. A lot of great Australian bands from the 80s influenced by that thing. Check it out. On In the Red, the Saints. Hopefully you can track down some of that stuff too. I'm going to try and get my act together and also there are a few threads I wanted to get involved with. Of course, the great Steve from All the World's a Stage did one of 5 bands or 10 bands that, or artists that you don't own any of their stuff of. I could get kicked off the VC because I really want to do that, and hopefully ruffle a few feathers and sink the boots into a few sacred cows, but whatever. And there was another one which I saw John from Bip Bop Boom do, which I like the sound of, which was 5 best rhythm guitarists. And there's something else I'm not thinking of. 10 most listened to records, your go-to ones, which I think I'll have a crack at that. So even though I'm behind the 8 ball, I'll try and get those happening in the next few weeks, and expect some random comments from your old videos because I'm playing catch up now. But yeah, I'll be watching again. And lastly, just want to acknowledge the passing of the great Rona Peno, best known for his work as the lead singer for the great Died Pretty. He'd had, I think it was throat cancer diagnosed a few years ago, and sadly it's ended up getting him in the end. Wonderful vocalist, saw Died Pretty a number of times, saw them when they reformed, saw them in the early 90s too. Great live band. Saw Ron guest vocal with the great Black Cab on I think the song's called Ghost Anthems. Just, a man has got presence and charisma out the wazoo when he's on stage. And also his work with Ron S. Peno and the Superstitions. Just thought I'd show, in honour of the great man, a few of my Died Pretty 7 inches on Citadel. That's him there. Really cool stuff. And just the LPs I've got, of course, the great Pre-Deity, which is made up of a few EPs. Free Dirt, killer record there. These are all on Citadel too, and I think this might be a Beggar's Banquet, I can't remember. Doughboy Hollow with probably their best known song, Sweetheart. And the Trace and Lost. That's all the ones I've got, but all brilliant albums. Sad loss, so hats off to Ron. Alright, good to be back. I'll keep it brief, and I'll see you around.